Oh yes! I'm installing the Phearable Stage 2 tune today. My good friend John Vega, I am absolutely positive he made another banger tune. I had his tune on my 10-gen Civic SI, and I'm gonna keep the party going with the Type R. I do have to say those numbers were made using PRL HVI intake, intercooler, downpipe exhaust on 93 octane. So I'm not gonna be quite there because I'm on the stock downpipe and intercooler just for a couple more days. But it shows here the test results on a stock vehicle with only Phearable Stage 2 tune, so stock, no added parts. 353 horsepower, 363 pound-feet of torque. That's a lot. Some of the features that you guys are going to care about: raised rev limiter to 7,200 RPM. Full throttle shift is activated at 4,500 RPM. Launch control at 4,000 RPM. Oh my god. Custom traction control tuning. I'm very excited to try that out. Custom per gear torque mapping for increased traction. John did a really good job with this on the 10-gen Civic SI. In one of my videos, I raced an Evo 8 and went from a dig because I was that confident because John did such a good job with the tune. That car at 250 horsepower to the wheels was able to keep traction in first and second gear. So I launched that car very, very well. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go! Custom Sport R mode, all function in the same manner. Optional Start in R mode, which I opted out for. I really like Comfort mode. And this tune is compatible with any combination of bolt-on parts that you want. So all you have to do with this tune is buy it, and whatever mods you end up putting on your car, you don't have to worry about a single thing. Without further ado, I'm gonna load this tune up. We're gonna go drive. Guys, let's do this. Here we go. Now it's going to take about 15 minutes for the tune to get into what's called a closed loop. The Flashpro needs to take a little while to teach the ECU its new job, which is Phearable Stage 2. You're going to have all these lights popping up, lane keep assist, collision mitigation, all that type of stuff for a few minutes. But I drove this a couple hours ago, so it's kind of already warm. We can take right off. I just got a text from John Vega saying, hey, send me your first impressions with like a crazy face emoji, says Siri. So I texted him back and I said, I'm filming the video right now. So I'm almost to the highway, and obviously I'm gonna ring it out. I'll try a third gear pull first. But so far it feels really smooth. It feels pretty close to stock, except even in comfort mode, when you're shifting, it feels more immediate. Yeah, wow. I don't know what the heck he does, dude. Shifting the gears, even in comfort mode, there's like no lag. The throttle response is still the same as stock in comfort mode, but with like no lag. Oh, I'm so excited to floor this. I'm kind of scared though. There's a lot of traffic here, but we are gonna make it happen. Let's go to sport mode. Whoa, wow, that was 25 PSI. That was insane. This is about to take some wins for the boys. Call John Vega.
Calling John Vega.
Hey, John?
Hello? Hey.
Hey, how's it going, man?
How's it going?
I just floored it for the first time in third gear. This is awesome. And I don't know what the heck you did just with like comfort mode, but it feels like there's less lag in between shifts. Yeah,
I mean, that's just tuning the car in general, but you haven't gotten on it in any other mode besides comfort?
No, I was in sport mode.
Oh, okay, cool. Have you noticed that you are going to need better tires yet?
Well, I haven't floored it in second gear yet, but I'm sure I will find that out in a little bit. I wanted to call you and ask you about the traction control. So I read over the features on your website. The traction control that you were talking about, is that available in all modes, or do you have to be in a specific mode in a certain setting?
No, it's in all modes. That's only for the Hondata version.
Okay, so since I have the Hondata version, I could be in any mode, launch it, and it'll do its best to keep traction.
Yep, that's exactly right. I think what you'll notice is that the throttle response and the overall torque, you know, in every mode is going to be essentially on steroids compared to the factory tune. Our mode will definitely probably blow the tires off.
So what dyno did you use to create the tune?
DynoJet. I did just get a report from a guy that threw his car on a dyno pack with just an intake, and he made a 361, a completely stock car on 93 octane, which is pretty good. That's 10 or almost 10 horsepower more than I saw on a stock car. So it's pretty good.
And I have one more question for you. Why did it take so long for a tune to come out for the Type R?
You know, I think a lot of it was because the Type R community is very, it was very small, slow to grow, and there's a very small amount of tuners that know what they're doing for that car. But that ECU is, you know, pretty different in regards to how things work compared to, you know, other vehicles. There's just not a lot of guys that tune those cars, really. I mean, same thing with the newer 10th gen Civics. There's not a lot of guys that tune those, you know. I just happen to be the one that just did it because I thought there was a need, and I guess I just had to drive, you know, once I saw how much guys really appreciated and liked these stage 1.5 tunes for the 10th gens. And I was like, man, I got to do it for the Type R and then the Accord, you know.
Well,
so
I'm loving it so far, and thank you very much for creating this tune. This is wonderful.
All right, man.
All right, dude. I'll talk to you later. Right. John Vega, everybody. I freaking love that guy. All right, I need to floor it past this bus here. Okay guys, wow. R mode is a lot different from sport. That torque came, oh wow. That was a real first impression right there. What did he do? This thing is a monster. All right, let's go see Junior and meet some subscribers. What's up? Okay, so we have quite a crowd here. This is Jerry.
What's up, guys?
Jerry, you have a Type R yourself, right?
Yes, 2020.
2020, okay. Right there. Beautiful. Has a bunch of carbon fiber pieces. I'll show you guys that in a second. But Jerry wants to hear my exhaust, so I'm gonna let him film for me.
Sure.
So I just uploaded the Phearable Stage 2 tune, and it's absolutely incredible. Highly recommend it if you are gonna tune your car. Like, I only floored it twice on the way here. I mean, I just uploaded it, but it's amazing so far. So this is the M8 Performance exhaust.
That sounds so sick, bro.
So I just noticed, John, that he completely went away with like the rev limiter, because usually on stock Type Rs you can only rev it to 3,000 RPM when you're just sitting there. But I just put it up to like 3,500, so that's pretty cool, man.
Yo, I'm mad shaking right now, bro. I'm mad fangirling.
Dude, no reason for that. I'm a regular dude. Thank you.
I've been watching you on YouTube, bro.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Sorry, I didn't wash it. But,
No, don't worry about it, bro. It's mad fresh.
It's nice to meet you, man.
Yeah, dude.
Let's go look at your Type R. All right, so it's a 2020. Tell us about it.
Well, it's 2020. I got it back in October of last year. It was pretty cool. Showroom in Elk Grove. It came with carbon fiber pieces, and then I just added. Yeah, it has it on the mirrors right here.
Very cool.
The front hood scoop.
Yeah, it looks really good though. I like this gray better than the gray that I had on my SI. I just think it just looks better. But with the contrast with this carbon fiber,
Yeah.
that looks insane. I don't think it would look as good on mine because it's black and it would kind of blend in more, but this pops. That's super cool, man.
I wish I would have cleaned it first.
Oh, I wish I would have cleaned mine.
I didn't think you were coming out. Make me feel shy now.
So what are your plans, man? I see a stock exhaust, man.
Stock exhaust. Man,
You know you just saw the M8 Performance video.
I'm about to change it now, bro.
Dude, you better.
I'm about to change it, bro. Oh, man. It would be so... I'm trying to get it. Maybe next year. My dad, he'd be tripping on me about the car, so...
How old are you?
I'm 19.
You're... What?
Yeah, I'm 19.
This man's 19 years old. My guy, Jerry, and he has a Type R. Wow.
Thanks
Good
to my
for you.
parents. Thanks to my parents.
Hey, man. Whatever, dude.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Wow, this color really is beautiful. I mean, it looks borderline silver.
Yeah.
Wow. How many miles are on it?
About 3,000.
Oh, wow. I have more than you.
Yeah, I barely drive it. I daily a G35. Yeah, I'm trying to drive it more often.
You should, dude.
Yeah.
Come out for my next group drive.
Oh yeah, for sure, I will. You be posting on your story, right?
Yeah.
Okay, for sure, yeah.
All right, well, if people want to follow you on Instagram, they can follow you right here.
Hold on, I gotta...
Yeah, you're good, man.
I don't even know, bro, I'm cheesing
No.
too hard. It's a CTR_JERRYY. That's my CTR Jerry.
CTR Jerry, my man.
Yes, sir.
Cool.
I'm gonna have like 1,000 followers after this.
That was really cool meeting those guys. There's this one guy named Brandon, and he has a 370Z with some bolt-ons and a couple other modifications. And he told me that he texted me on Instagram a few weeks ago asking if I wanted to run it. Maybe I'll do that soon. Let me know if you guys would like to see that. Okay, we need to get some second gear action, guys. In comfort mode, it's not obnoxious at all. The throttle response is very similar. But just those small changes that John made with the timing and ignition, all that type of stuff, it feels so good. Another thing John said is that if the cruise controls are on, then it disables the traction control. So I just turned cruise control off. Let's go into R mode. Oh boy, waiting for it to straighten out. Gets up to 100 miles an hour way too quick. Okay, John, that traction control that you made is amazing. That worked so well. I just kept my foot down, I trusted the traction control, and it lost traction around 5,500 RPM, and it just played with it a little bit, and then it laid the power back on just gradually all the way to redline, and I kept traction. That was amazing. My guys, it is the next day and I've had 24 hours to reflect on this, and I'm in love with it. This is a phenomenal tune, just as I expected. I used the Phearable Stage 1.5 tune on my SI and I adored it. It was amazing, and this one is no different. In fact, it's better. I can't wait to try that traction control again. That was so cool. I've already edited this video up to this point, and I rewatched that second gear pull like 4 or 5 times. It was so cool. Also, I want to talk about one thing that someone pointed out to me in a recent video, but it was a whistling sound. And so I was like, what the heck is that? Because I noticed it yesterday when I was doing my pulls. Well, turns out it's the air conditioning. When you have your AC on and you're going full throttle, or like half throttle or more, it'll create this whistling sound. So that's all it is. Don't get nervous if you hear that with your car. But I looked into the forum, and that was talked about like right when these cars came out in 2017. So they all have it. It's a 10th gen thing. So 2 big questions that everyone's gonna want to know. 1, is this tune worth it? And 2, is it reliable? Well, John Vega knows how to create a tune. He's been doing it since the early 2000s. He's worked with every single type of Honda you can imagine. I think this tune is worth every single penny. I can't believe the way comfort mode feels. This feels like how it should have come from the factory. And then to answer question number 2, This is, I have no doubts this is going to be reliable. When I had his tune on my 2020 SI, I beat the living crap out of that thing. If you've been following me for a while, you've seen all my races, you've seen all my, you know, I went to the drag strip once. I did a lot of stuff with it, and I launched it several times. That car took a beating. And there are also several factors that go into that. You know, you need to know how to drive the car safely. I recommend watching this video from Engineering Explained right here if you're new to a turbocharged vehicle or if you're worried about its reliability. A lot of that is dependent on the driver. I am by no means saying I'm perfect or I'm an expert or anything, but before I bought my first turbocharged car, which was my 2020 SI, I did some research, I watched a ton of Engineering Explained videos, and he laid it out perfectly. Don't give your car a lot of boost at low RPM. That's pretty much it. So we'll see. I have no plans to get rid of this car. In fact, I don't think I'll ever get rid of this car. That means that at some point in time, throughout the next however many years I end up doing YouTube, 10, 15, 20, 50 years, you will see several different engines come and go from this car. You'll see several different clutches, transmissions, body kits, everything. I have so many plans. This is going to be a forever car, and that sounds kind of cheesy, but there are lots of other cars I want to bring to my channel. Lots of other cars are going to come and go, but as I go, I will figure out which ones I'm going to keep. And this one, it's not going anywhere. And I say all that because my point is, we will figure out how long this car lasts on John's tune. But I have a feeling it's going to be a long time, and I'm going to have to try really hard to break this car. Sport mode? No, let's do R mode. Alright guys, have a good one. I'll send it off with a rip.